y'all, I am here to do a quick flip through of my first and second December albums. I completed both of these for the 2020 Christmas season. This book right here I did for a friend. It was her first year with her baby, and then this one is mine. I hope you enjoy. So last year was my first time doing December Daily. It was my first time working with pocket pages. I usually do a traditional 12 by 12 album. So I was scouring the internet, both Facebook groups and YouTube, trying to find inspiration. And it is definitely out there. I found a lot of great YouTubers that I now follow their scrapbooking styles because they are just so creative. So I was able to take a lot of inspiration from those, and I did also take Ali Edwards' product play classes and her prep party. So I really took in a lot last year, and I hope to be able to apply some of that to this year as well. This album I did for a friend of mine. It was her baby's first Christmas. And she did an elf on the shelf and was posting it on Facebook, so I sent her a message and asked if she would please text me the pictures she was posting so that I could do an album. And I told her she couldn't ask me why she was sending them to me. I completed, I believe, by like January 3rd or 4th. So I've borrowed the album back from her so that I can do this flip through. So we started out, my daughter does beautiful hand lettering and these drawings of people, so I asked her to do this for me. And I just printed Twinkle Toes Celebrates Zoe's First Christmas. So this was just on a printable piece of acetate. It's not very thick. And then I printed a picture of what my daughter drew. This was taken from a picture that they took of the elf. And then this is the family, and this is the picture that she did that picture from. So I sent her a question asking her to, oh, sorry for the shadow, my kitten's right here. Sent her to answer a few of their favorite things for the Christmas holiday. So what I did was each day I did a screen grab of what she posted on Facebook. So it was cute little sayings about what Twinkle Toes was doing and bringing for Zoe. I didn't really follow a theme or a specific pack of paper. I just used what I had. I had bought quite a bit from Ali Edwards' site, and I had a ton of Christmas stuff in my stash, so I just used what I had and what I'd bought for the season. So these first couple pages, of course, as you can tell, are literally just sticking things into the pockets. Since I had never done pocket pages before, I just went with that. I printed all my pictures at the local Walmart, and I used Photoshop to make a 4x6 picture with the two 3x4 frames around them so that when I printed them, it had the white border. Unfortunately, Walmart does not really stick to what Photoshop submitted, so I had to do a little bit of trimming here and there. I really enjoyed printing some of these pictures up on the 6x8s. And then I took a picture and printed it on vellum, which I really like the effect that that has. I feel like this needed something on the back. However, I also like the muted reverse picture, so I did not put anything on the back there. So here's my first flip up. And I really like the idea of the flip up so that you can get more images or more journaling into the book. So this page, I did several types of flip ups. So I've got that initial one, but then what I did was I took the Starbucks cups and I pierced it through the page protector and then put pictures of her with her Starbucks cup. Here's another vellum picture that I did. This one I did in Photoshop. It's a just basically hodgepodge of pictures that I loved of her and wanted her in, so I just created a collage of them so that I could include the rest of the pictures. So that's the first album. So this album is my album. I did it just for fun, for me. I took pictures, I kept notes, and did everything during the month of December. I've included a pre-December, which I saw somebody in, I believe it was the Ali Edwards December Daily group did, and I really like that idea because to me Christmas starts the day after Thanksgiving. But I like to include Thanksgiving because it's all about family. So I started with Thanksgiving and went all the way to January 1st. I challenged myself to do, oh, there's the kitten. Hello, Lily, say hello. Sorry about that. Okay. So I challenged myself to work on this album in the month of July. I wanted to finish it in July. I hadn't planned on not even starting it till July, but I worked diligently the whole month and I started and finished it in July. So here is this one. So I did not put anything inside the cover. I'm not sure that I'm going to. I kind of like it where it sits right now, so I'll probably just leave the pretty stars to themselves. This one, I used my Cricut and I cut out, it doesn't stick very well apparently, but I cut out some copper vinyl to match the embellishments that came in Allie's kit last year, and I cut out the 2020. I used the stamp and a date stamp here. Took a picture of my front door after we had done the decorations. I did my reason why, and I used my Mink to foil my reason why and the word why right here in the center in some pretty green foil. So I didn't really keep a calendar, I just decorated it, and in here I did a holiday bucket list. I was done with the month, I went through and checked off everything I had finished. And here is the pre-December that I did. I took a piece of acetate and then I cut this out of black cardstock, and then I did the reverse so that I could stick it to the back, and it looks like a solid black piece of paper with all the cutouts. And this was Thanksgiving Day, looking out my back door. And of course, the Thanksgiving feast. Daughter and her boyfriend, and my mom and uncle and husband off here in the corner. And our other cat decided he wanted to join us at the table. And then I had a brunch with some of my favorite people the next day. I celebrated a birthday at work. Advent calendars was day 1. These are the white chipboard numbers. I just took some of my oxide ink and just smushed it in and colored it. So day 2 is all about my trees. Day 3 was about a third tree I got this year. This was my inspiration. This is what I ended up with. I just did not have the space for this beautiful tree, but I wanted to honor those that weren't with us. So there's 3 red cardinals here for my father and my husband's parents. Day 4 was all about decking our halls. And that was the before, with all the bins coming down out of the attic. Day 5 was about our new ornaments. This page, I feel like it could still use a little more. I really like these flip-up pockets, but sometimes it's kind of hard to flip them up, even though I did do this little cutout in here. And this came on one of my gifts from a student at the studio, and I just really like the look of it, so added some gold thread to it and put it in. So day 6 is all about some of the other decor that we put up every year. Kind of finalized after all the decorating. Day 7 is all about the Christmas books I put out every year. And day 8 was a playlist. Not sure that I actually like the thread I used here because it's very, very fine and sometimes difficult to work with, but I made a complete folding out flip out. So I really liked how this came out. It took some maneuvering to figure it out, but I really like the final piece because it gave me a lot of space to put in album covers that I grabbed either from my iTunes or from Google. Day 9 was all about donations and giving. Day 10, I did a list of 10 things that I'm grateful for. Day 11 was about the tradition of the first tree ornament that we put on the tree every year. Day 12 was Christmas movies, and I got this from one of the groups. cut it out with, I think I used my Silhouette to cut that one out. I cut it out twice, and I just cut the spokes out of it so that I could put my journal in there. Day 13 was all about the Christmas party at work. So this particular layout is extremely difficult, and I think I need to go back and rework it, but it's got the one flip out, and then you keep pulling, and there's my journaling. So putting it back in is the difficult part. So a lot of times when I'm flipping through or somebody's looking through, I tell them, oh, just leave it, I'll fix it later. So I'd like to make it so I don't have to fix it later. But I did put a pretty paper on the back since I end up telling people I'll fix it later. This flip out, I hole punched it and then just put little notches so that it would hold on to it. And this is about the light display at our botanical garden. So this was a mistake print. I had accidentally actually a mistake picture. I had taken a picture and I was moving too much in the light display, but I thought that was a really neat background, so printed that, and then I used my Make Machine and some pretty blue foil that kind of matched the color of the pictures. And there's my grand pup. She went to the light display with us. There she is in the car being a good pup. 15 was about my Christmas cards and the pain that getting Christmas stamps became last season. Day 16 is my baking. I've included the recipe for our cake balls that I like making. They're my daughter's favorite. Day 17 is basically just a normal day. So it was nice to not really have a whole lot to do, just put down a few pictures of my day, my blurry picture because I forgot to take a picture of my sushi date, and that's when I actually remembered. I coordinated a scavenger hunt for friends and family on Facebook, and this was the thing that I had set up for everybody to find, and I did a little gift card prize for whomever, and it was open to anybody local as well as out and about. I allowed my friends to invite their friends, that way we could all go out and enjoy together, and this was the Facebook invite that I did. Day 19 was all about my wrapping and my fur ball trying to get in on the picture I was trying to take. Again, I put pretty paper on the back. Day 20 was all about the train that my husband puts up under the tree. And here's one kitty and here's the other kitty, kind of scared of it. Day 21 was about the Christmas star. So I just grabbed an image off Google that was the galaxy, and I thought that would look really pretty as the background to my journaling. My area was kind of overcast the night of the star, so I just took a screenshot of what my astronomy app was showing, and then the next day we were still able to see it a little bit. Day 22 was talking about all the things that I had planned that ended up getting canceled. It's a way to bring in the not so normal and the not so happy, but I've kind of hidden it. Day 23 is all about some of the important china dishes that I use during the holidays. Day 24 was course, hanging the stockings. And I talk about these stockings that my husband has had since childhood, and then my sister-in-law had one made for my daughter and I, so that we could all have similar stockings. And then we've got Christmas Day. And of course, you can't have Christmas Day without having the fur balls. Day 26, I talked about those around my table during Christmas. So, the most important people in my life. I did similar as I did in the first album, but one of my ornaments, I got a little too crazy with it, so it's broken. I'm going to have to figure out what to do about that. But these are my Christmas drinks of the season. They're supposed to spiral up. Day 28 is about a way that my daughter and I started working on our goals for this year. And she brought her pup over to enjoy the day. That's Laura Casey. She does the power sheets, so that's what we were working on. And then my daughter went home and we did a Zoom to work on our workbooks. Day 29 is all about my fur balls again. So I just backed them all with some pretty paper. Day 30 is kind of looking forward to the new year. So I took a picture looking out my front door. And day 31, there I stand looking into the new year. So I hope you enjoyed this little flip through. Can't wait to get started on this season. I haven't decided whether I'm going to work through the month of December or whether I'm going to do a similar thing and do my Christmas in July. I can't wait to see what everybody else brings. Thank you so much. Bye, y'all.